Well, Cheryl Haynes from Port O'Connor, Texas, asked us to make a healthy appetizer.
Okay, so what are we having?
We are having hummus.
Hummus?
Hummus.
Hummus.
Hummus. You have to say it with a huh.
Hummus.
Hummus.
Coming at you.
So we're making hummus, and I gotta tell you, this is absolutely one of my favorite appetizers. And it doesn't have to be an appetizer. It could also be any kind of spread in lieu of mayonnaise or mustard. I know Jason's Deli has a really fabulous wrap that has hummus as a spread. So we're just gonna dive right in. You're gonna wanna get some chickpeas, and make sure and look at the bottom for all the ingredients and the measurements. But as you can see, these are chickpeas, and what I've done, I've left a couple of them in here for you just to see how easy it is. I shucked these. Is that the right word for chickpeas? Shuck? I don't know, but this is what I do. So you squeeze it, and you see how easy that is just to come off? So I went ahead and shucked them. You don't have to do this, but I'm telling you, if you want a really creamy, amazing hummus, do it. It's worth it. So we're gonna go ahead and get our chickpeas and add it to that food processor. And garlic, you know how I feel about garlic. I have a love relationship with garlic. So I'm pretty generous with it. I'm adding about 6 cloves. And you're also gonna have some tahini. Now, tahini, it's kind of like a, the closest thing I can think to is like a peanut butter. It has that same kind of paste, but it's a sesame seed butter. And so it's really pretty good. It's not as sweet as peanut butter, but it's definitely got that sesame flavor that you're gonna wanna have. And I've seen recipes without tahini.
Tahini, right?
Yes, tahini, I guess, maybe. But you wanna add it, because I've had them without, and it's just not worth it. Not worth your time. And then we're gonna add, it's about 2 tablespoons, so basically 1 small lemon. All right, now let's add some additional seasoning with some salt and some cumin. Oh my goodness. I am so excited about this because I've been on a diet for about a month, and I get to eat some of this tonight because it's healthy. My husband's gonna actually be making some pita chips, so for an appetizer, if you have one of the spouses that is trying to eat healthy, you can have the carrots and celery going on here, and that's great with it. But if you have somebody that doesn't really care about that, it's still super good, and you can have it with pita chips. So we're gonna do both of those for you tonight. And here you go, just go ahead and put it, I like to start it on low first, and then I'll move it up to high for a good 3 minutes. Make sure it's real smooth. All right, now about midway, you'll want to go ahead and look at it. As you can see, it's definitely not the consistency that we want yet. It's still a little dry, and that's okay. That's how it's going to start out. But that just means that you want to add a little bit more liquid. As you can see, I kept some of this liquid that those chickpeas were in because we can add some of that. I'm going to start out with some olive oil to add to it, and then if I want to add some additional, I'll add that chickpea sauce that was in it. Oh my goodness, look at this consistency, Sean. This is what you want. Look how creamy that is. Oh my gosh, that looks delicious. And I went ahead and added throughout the process some olive oil and some of that chickpea juice in there as well until it got to be this texture. Look at that, how amazing is that? I'm gonna taste a little bite of it, and then we'll plate it up. That's good. You don't even think that you're eating healthy. That is really delicious. All right, Sean's gonna make those pita chips. That's gonna be delicious with this hummus.
Okay, I get the fun job today because we haven't really been eating any kind of carbs like this since January 1. So this is gonna be fun.
I guess it will.
Yeah? So we got these pitas here. You might know these. You make sandwiches out of them, cut them in half and fill them with some kind of meat or lettuce or whatever it is. But today we're gonna make pita chips. And so what we'll do is take these and cut them in half, turn them, cut them in half again, or quarter them. Sort of cut them in half. And then you're gonna just basically cut them like a pizza. That's the main thing. I tried doing it with the pizza cutter. I didn't have as much success. Maybe I need a sharper pizza cutter, but that did not work for me. So probably you're gonna have to use a knife to get it done. And there are your future pita chips. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these and put some olive oil on them. If you want a healthier way to do it, you could take and use that seam, split it open, and have a little bit of a thinner, crispier chip if you want to do it that way. I like a little more chew in mine, so I'm going with the full pita method. So we'll take these, we'll put them on our sheet pan, and it's very simple for me. I mean, you can season these with all kinds of things. You could do chili, paprika, cumin, whatever you like to do. I have my favorite, which is just simple olive oil and garlic salt. And here's the deal on garlic salt. I have a favorite. Lawry's is my favorite. This is not a commercial for Lawry's that I'm getting paid for. I'm just telling you, it is good stuff. It has little flecks of parsley in there. It tastes delicious. It's totally different than if you just take garlic powder and salt and put it together. This has some really good seasoning. So try some Lawry's garlic salt if you want to. It's delicious. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some olive oil on these chips. And I've just got a little silicone brush that I use, and I will put a little olive oil on this side first. And then I'm going to season both sides with this Lawry's garlic salt pretty well. Not so much that you're choking with salt, but where you pick up some really good flavor and seasoning. And I'm gonna put it in the oven for 500 degrees. Okay, my favorite part, we get to try it all out. And these came out of the oven looking perfect. And that was on broil at 500 degrees. I flipped them halfway through. It's just, you're just looking for color. So I had them in there for probably, what, 2 minutes?
Yep.
Maybe barely 2 minutes. Keep your eye on it, it'll burn fast if you don't watch it. And then Shaylin finished this hummus off with some smoked paprika, a little olive oil on top, and some chopped parsley. And here we go. Get a little bit of everything in there in that bite. That right there. That'll do it, Cheryl Haynes. Donnie, right here, the pita. And then Cheryl, you can have the carrot, okay? The good healthy stuff. I know you're eating healthy. But that was my one good bad carb, I guess you would say. Carrot right here. I got carrots down. I've been eating them for a long time. It's not still good though. You're gonna love it. Am I chewing too loud?
No, I'm subscribed.
You're gonna love it. If you want to see more videos like this, if this is something you are into, we don't always cook healthy food, but we do sometimes. Subscribe, like us, whatever you want to do. Click that bell below if you want to get notifications of new videos coming up. Thanks.